The European Commission has announced that sufficient progress has been made by Britain on separation issues including the Irish border, Britain's divorce bill and citizens' rights. An agreement was reached between UK and the European Union after British Prime Minister Theresa May met European Union President in Brussels to finalise Brexit outline deal. The agreement paves for the way the EU leaders at a summit on December 14-15 to open the second phase of Brexit negotiations covering trade talks and a transition period. European Commission President Jean-Claude Juncker said that the Irish citizens' interests mattered a lot in Brexit negotiations. Addressing media after the meet, Theresa May said that latest Brexit deal was a significant improvement which had required give and take on both sides. She said that it included a financial settlement which was fair to the British taxpayers and a guarantee that there will be no hard border with Northern Ireland. May said that the deal would guarantee the rights of 3 million EU citizens in the UK. The deal comes after diplomats worked overnight to hammer out a Brexit agreement on maintaining a soft Irish border.
Been easy for either side. When we met on Monday, we said a deal was within reach. What we have arrived at today represents a significant improvement, and I'm grateful to the negotiating teams led by David Davis and Michel Barnier for their efforts. Getting to this point has required give and take on both sides. And I believe that the joint report being published is in the best interests of the whole of the UK. I very much welcome the prospect of moving ahead to the next phase, to talk about trade and security, and to discuss the positive and ambitious future relationship that is in all of our interests. In tough conversations, we've now agreed a settlement that is fair to the British taxpayer. It means that in future we will be able to invest more in our priorities at home, such as housing, schools and the NHS. In Northern Ireland, we will guarantee there will be no hard border, and we will uphold the Belfast Agreement. And in doing so, we will continue to preserve the constitutional and economic integrity of the United Kingdom.
The Commission has just formally decided to recommend to the European Council that sufficient progress has now been made on the strict terms of the divorce. Es wurden genügend Fortschritte erzielt, damit wir jetzt in die zweite Phase der Verhandlungen eintreten können. Nous avons pu faire les progrès suffisants pour que désormais nous puissions entrer en deuxième phase de la négociation entre le Royaume-Uni et l'Union européenne à 27. The decision on sufficient progress will be in the hands of the 27 heads of state or government. I'm hopeful, sure, confident, sure that they will share our appraisal and allow us to move on the next phase of the negotiations. Last Monday, I also met with the European Parliament representatives.
I'm joined by Mandy Clark, Bureau Chief. She joins me directly from London. So finally the deal is out there, Mandy, but has it satisfied everyone?
Well, you know, it is a huge step for Theresa May just to get that progress, that they will have trade talks by December. That was the big worry, and it would have been a complete failing by the British government if they weren't able to move forward. That was the big fear of the no deal. It won't have satisfied everyone, absolutely not. But it's very important that it looks like, for Theresa May, that it looks like she is in control and she can push it forward. It's already causing a lot of concerns about what has been given to allow. One of the sticking points, of course, if you remember, is that border in Ireland. Now, if they have given more concessions to Northern Ireland, Scotland will want those same concessions. The City of London has said they want similar concessions, so does Wales. So it could cause a lot of internal problems, but for today, it's a very big step for the government that they've at least got to the trade talks. That's how fraught these negotiations have been.
But Mandy, you know, as the report mentioned, that the soft border, unmarked border, has that to people's satisfaction?
Yes, by and large, because that's what they have now. And before, you know, going a hard border would have been a return to the 80s. That was when the so-called Troubles overtook that region of Ireland. We saw It was a civil war, essentially. The hard border would represent a return to those times. It was only after the Good Friday Agreement that we see that soft border. It's essential for both Northern Ireland and Ireland to keep the peace so it can be more prosperous. I think nobody on either side in Dublin or in Belfast wanted a hard border. So in many ways, that is seen as a big result.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you for this update.